Hayward registers first steal of the game, and a big one there, sending Jordan Williams, who has yet to take a free throw in this game, to the line for 2. As a team, the Generals 9 out of 14 at the stripe. Make it 10 out of 15. We're tied, 70 apiece. And what a great final 100 seconds we had. LSU Alexandria trying to make it 34-0. Wosu into Lewis, spinning and travels. And now the Generals in a tie game can take the lead. As Lewis commits turnover number 11. That's the difference. Both teams with 10 turnovers coming into that possession. And now another timeout being taken by LSU Alexandria. This one will be a 30, and we'll see what Larry Cordero, the head coach of the Generals, will draw up. And give his team a look here in a tie ball game. Great crowd on hand here at Municipal Auditorium in the heart of downtown Kansas City. And it's been a great week so far. And 4 consecutive days filled with basketball. And the fans have been loving it. All 3 local teams were eliminated in the first couple of days. And now we're down to the quarterfinals. One more game to go tonight after this one. The national quarterfinal. We're at the 2017 Buffalo Funds NAI Division I Men's Basketball National Championship. It's been here since 2002 and started off in Kansas City. The Generals with the ball in a tie game, looking to take the lead. Brandon Moss. Register. Now up top, Williams with 9. Williams, floater, way short. Rebound out to the free throw line, and Arze Colbreth grabs it with 60 to go. And now Pikeville wants a timeout. And we'll see what Kelly Wells and the Bears will draw up now during this full timeout. Great stop on the defensive end. That's exactly what the Bears needed, and it was not much of an offensive possession for the Generals. Both teams' numbers are about even in this one. Pikeville shooting 46% from the field. LSU Alexandria 48. 40% from 3 are the Bears, 6 out of 15. While LSU Alexandria is at 39%, 5 out of 13. And both teams have really struggled at the free throw line in this one, especially Pikeville, only 14 out of 25, and now 56%. And the Generals are 11 out of 16. And you just have to think, the Pikeville bench is going, man, if we made just half of those free throws that we missed, this could be all ours. Trey Rakes has led the way after hitting the game-winning 3 and the game-sealing free throw in the round of 16 yesterday against Columbia College. The all-time wins leader as a player at Pikeville is trying to will his team to one more. Looking for win number 113 in his 4 years. And we're about ready to rock and roll as both teams break the huddle. Now let's see what Kelly Wells has drawn up for the Bears. 53.9 to go, 24 to shoot. Bears now with 1 remaining timeout, and the Generals with 2. Possession arrow is in favor of Pikeville, though. Let's see if the Generals can come up with one more stop here. And if they get a stop, and the shot clock is turned off, they can hold for the final shot. Almost exactly a 30-second differential between shot and game clock. Rakes. The top for Wosu, who's been silent in this one. Now Perry with 8. Perry hesitates. Perry to Leslie. 4. Leslie. A block. Brandon Moss snags it from the backboard. And look at this. LSU Alexandria with a chance. And what a play by Brandon Moss. He just saved the game for the Generals. And his teammates know it. Brandon Moss We've been saying it all along. The 6'9" junior out of Bessemer, Louisiana, comes up with, to this point, the game's biggest play. Leslie looked like he was about to have an easy layup, and that was a clean block. It was good. He grabbed it before it got to the backboard. It wasn't on its way down. And Brandon Moss with what could be the game's deciding play. 24 seconds to go and 24 on the shot clock. There's just a little bit of time in between. So it's essentially like the shot clock will be turned off, and Brandon Moss with the play of the night. 14 points and 9 rebounds, and that one big block. And we'll see what LSU Alexandria in the timeout will come up with. You know they're going to want the last shot. They don't want to give these Bears another opportunity. (70-70). Pikeville breaks the huddle. Trey Rakes, as well as Antoine Baker, Arze Colbert, Michael Lewis, and Darian Leslie walk onto the floor. And we'll see who LSU Alexandria sends out. Gilbert Talbot, Jordan Williams, Hayward Register, Brandon Moss, and Brian Sylvester. A chance for a buzzer beater and a trip to the national semifinal awaits. And here we go. Jordan Williams will hold. It does not get any better than this. Williams with Arze Colbert right next to him. Here they go with 10. Williams down low and a steal. Leslie takes it away with 5. 4 seconds. Leslie, left hand too strong. Rebound tipped around and saved by the Generals, and we are going to overtime. Jordan Williams stayed down for a moment. What a finish. A steal on the defensive end for Pikeville. A miss on the offensive end, and another great defensive play. And we've got free basketball in Kansas City, Missouri. Another 5 minutes. What a finish. It looked like Darian Leslie had a chance to take it all the way. Then it looked like a chance at a putback for the win. But LSU Alexandria, for the moment, remains perfect. 33-0. A long sequence here as we have hit the end of regulation, 70-70. And here's a look back at the final sequence. They tried to slip it down for Brandon Moss. Leslie came away with a steal and had a chance to win it there. A chance at a putback as well, as Williams hit the deck hard at the end of regulation. And here we go. Leslie that close to the winner with about 2 seconds left. Oh. As you see the head of Jordan Williams slam down to the floor. And immediately Gilbert Talbot for LSUA was signaling over, hey, we might need some help over here. But it looks like he's good to go. And he'll come back out onto the floor. We've got the second overtime game of this week's national championship. Leslie was almost the hero. Came away with a stop on the defensive end. And again. Now they'll try this again. Five more minutes to see who's going to the national semifinal. And now they're calling a foul on Michael Lewis. So on the tip, the official calls a foul, and the fans are not happy about it. It looked like they were both just off in their timing. I'd love to see it again. But Brandon Moss called for the foul. Michael Lewis is still furious. Kelly Wells can't believe it. So Brandon Moss will go to the line for 2. Both teams well into the double bonus. In game number 3 of the day. Here's a look at some of the stats through regulation. As Moss gives the Generals the lead. What a weird beginning to overtime. As LSU Alexandria finally goes back up on top. And with no time running off the clock, the Generals take a 2-point lead. Brandon Moss has 16 points, right at his average. Now the Bears in a 2-point hole. Well, I lied earlier. The next game won't be starting at 7:30. We'll be a little bit behind. With this one going to overtime. Perry to Darian Leslie. Leslie, little floater, won't get the roll somehow, and it's grabbed by Brian Sylvester. The Generals trying to hold on for their 34th consecutive win. The last time they lost was on this floor, losing to Carroll, 66-60 in the round of 16 in 2016. And now a foul called underneath. It'll be on Jordan Perry. And back to the free throw line goes Brandon Moss. Perry picks up his 4th personal. He's got 4. Darian Leslie has 4. 4 on Gilbert Talbot for LSU Alexandria, but those are the only 3 guys with 4 fouls. And Moss misses the first. 61% from the line. So far in this one, though, he has been very good at the stripe. That was his first miss after starting 6 out of 6. Moss misses both, but an offensive rebound for Brian Sylvester. Williams, a 3, in and out, and a rebound for Clint Wosu. He'll push to Rakes, dribbling in. Rakes already with 18 in this one. In 36 minutes of play, he'll step in and way short. An air ball for Trey Rakes as he goes, yikes. Now he'll have to shake that one off. Michael Lewis comes out of the game. Daniel Affiati will check in. Affiaki. And Arze Colbreth will check in for Clint Wosu. Under 4 to go in overtime. The Generals with a 2-point lead. Talbot, backdoor, Moss, floater and in. He's got all 4 points in overtime and a 4-point lead. Moss has got 18 on his 6th made field goal. Now the Bears need an answer. Colbreth drives, and a foul called on Evan Smith. Well, that'll send Arze Colbreth to the line for 2, where he is a perfect 6 out of 6 in this game, 15 points. Evan Smith couldn't believe the foul. Now Colbreth a chance to make this a 3 and then a 2-point game. Junior out of Winchester, Virginia, gets the first, 7 out of 7. Antoine Baker in, Jordan Perry with 4 fouls to the bench. Baker, the junior out of Arcadia, Louisiana. Now to make it a 2-point game. He misses, now 7 out of 8. Rebound for the Generals. Evan Smith, sophomore out of Winfield, Louisiana. An honorable mention all-conference performer. Over to the right. Now back to Smith. Still in the zone of the Bears. Now 8 to shoot on the timer. Moss stepping in, 5, contact, no roll, rebound, out to the perimeter, Baker. And Pike can tie the game with a 3. 74-71 Generals. Back-to-back high screens, now a trip called on Gilbert Talbot. And if it's on him, he's done. And it is. Gilbert Talbot has fouled out of the game. And the senior, unless this team can pull this through for him, his career is done. Transfer from Louisiana Tech. Gilbert Talbot will go to the bench with 7 points and 7 rebounds in this one. As Kelly Wells, the head coach of the Bears, shakes his hand one final time. Congratulates him on a great game. And hopefully not for Gilbert Talbot, a great career. Colbreth back to the line and makes the first. He's going to be the biggest cheerleader on that Generals bench to try and pull them through and give him one more game. And hopefully for him too. Colbreth misses the second. And the lead remains 2 for the Generals. Moss, right hand, gets the roll. Brandon Moss has got 6 in OT. He's got 20 in the game. The lead grows back to 4. Now a block underneath. Trying to run it, Smith, up the floor, Register, almost stripped. Ball back out of bounds off of Trey Rakes. It'll stick with the Generals. .220 to go. Only 4 seconds ran off the shot clock. Sylvester got it. The lead is 6. Generals will trap. Rakes almost loses it, picks it back up, throws it all the way back over to the other side of the floor blindly. Now to Colbreth, spinning, dumps it down low off the arc. He goes up, shot blocked by Sylvester. Make it 7 in the game for Brian Sylvester. 3 more, he's got a triple-double. 16 to 12. 16 and 12 for Brian Sylvester. Generals trying to wind down some of this clock. Williams, no. Rebound, Antoine Baker, nice rebound. Bodies hit the floor. Bears trying to run. Leslie kicks it. Now fighting for it, and now a trick will be called on Darian Leslie, and he is done. That's his 5th. They'll go to the other end of the floor. LSU Alexandria will have 2 free throws. And Darian Leslie, just like Gilbert Talbot, hoping his team can rally and give him one more game. Leslie, only a junior out of Huntsville, Alabama. He'll finish in this one with 16 points and 6 rebounds. But he's fouled out. Jordan Perry will check in for him. Darian Leslie's night is over. Jordan Perry also has to be careful with 4. And Williams hits the first. 85% free throw shooter, second team all-conference performer. Make it 4 out of 4 at the line in this one. Largest lead of overtime is 8. Under 90 seconds to go. The Bears need something quick. Wosu thought about it. Now he's fouled. It might be on Evan Smith. And if it is, he's done. It is. Evan Smith will go to the bench. The sophomore is done. He finishes with 7 points, 3 rebounds. Now Joseph Ferrasi will check in. So Clint Wosu will go to the line for 2, a 72% free throw shooter. First time today. He's only made 1 shot. It was a 3 as he gets it. 80 to 73, LSU Alexandria. Both teams shooting it fairly well from the field. But the biggest story in this one has been the fouls. 43 combined fouls as Wosu buries the second one. And it has been a free throw shooting contest with 53 combined free throws, and now Hayward Register steps out of bounds. And that is a massive break for the Bears with 1:13 to go in overtime. The Generals make a bad mistake in the backcourt for their 12th turnover. Larry Cordero saying, come on, we gotta make a better play than that. Out to Wosu, gets a screen. Wosu dumps it back, Perry. Running out of time, 1 minute to go. Rakes finally gets Wosu from way downtown. 3-ball, got it, Clint Wosu. A 5-point possession for the Bears. And it's a 3-point game with 55.9 to go. Wosu with 5 consecutive points, 2 at the free throw line, and then that 3 from way downtown. And we've got ourselves a ball game. This was an 8-point game just seconds ago. And Clint Wosu, a 36% three-point shooter, makes the Generals pay. 55.9 to go. As Wosu dialed this one up. Looked like they weren't going to be able to do anything. And Wosu connects on the three. And it is a 3-point game. 1 timeout remaining for the Bears. 2 for the Generals of LSU Alexandria. Another look. As Wosu buries the triple, his second of the game. And we got a ball game. And now, when you start to do the math with the time remaining in the deficit of 3, University of Pikeville needs a stop. They can get a stop here, and they've got a chance. But every basket and every point scored for the Generals from here on out gets them closer and closer to sealing this thing. In a 1-possession game, under a minute to go in overtime. Here's the 2017 NAIA National Championship. Bears will show pressure. And a Jordan Williams. Get it across with 7, almost out of bounds. Now to Moss. Stepping in and travels. Oh my. Back-to-back turnovers caused by the Pikeville pressure. And look at this. A 3-point game and 42.2 to go. The Bears with the basket here are in business. It doesn't have to be a 3. As Trey Rakes will bring it across. A 3 ties it. About 11.5 seconds. The difference between shot and game clock. And now, Kelly Wells will call his final timeout. 31.8 to go. This will be a full timeout and 20 seconds on the shot clock. The Generals are trying to keep that perfect record alive. 33-0, the #1 team in the NAIA. And they have not lost in more than a calendar year. That's hard to do. But the Bears are trying to play spoiler. One #1 seed has already gone down here today, with Carroll losing to Life. William Penn, a 1 seed, survived a scare, beating Langston. If you look at some of the numbers side by side, 48% from the field for the Generals. The real number here has been some of the fouls in this game. 45 committed between the two teams. Generals out rebounding Pikeville. And both teams with costly turnovers here late. And LSU Alexandria with 2 in a row. And the Generals with a very deep bench, leading the way with bench points. But it's been some of the starters for the Bears that have been strong, including Trey Rakes with 18. 16 for Darian Leslie, although he fouled out of the game early in the overtime. The Bears are 7 out of 17 from three-point land, with the ball down by 3. And they'd love to dial one up right now. 31.8 to go, 20 on the shot clock. The Bears out of Pikeville are looking to make the biggest upset of this year's national championship and knock off the #1 overall seed. Antoine Baker to inbound. The Bears do not have to make a 3. Any points here are huge. Rakes. He had the game-winning 3 yesterday. Now 8 to shoot. Feels the pressure. Into the backcourt, almost a backcourt violation. Now diving out of bounds, he keeps it alive, and Donovan Thomas. What a stop for the Generals. Williams trying to dribble out of it and fouled from behind by Antoine Baker. The Generals got the stop they needed with 9 seconds left. And a free throw here could maybe seal it. And they'll send Jordan Williams to the stripe. The guy they want to have at the free throw line, an 85% free throw shooter. And LSU Alexandria starting to sniff Win number 34. 2 here. And right on cue, Jordan Williams, the quiet leader for this team, buries the first. He is 5 out of 5 at the line. And Michael Lewis checks out of the game, maybe for the final time. He hits both. The lead is 5, 9 seconds left. They've got to hurry. Breaks, pulls up from 3. Good look from 3, buries it. 4.1 to go. Register, inbounding. They get it to Jordan Williams with 3.3 to go. And the man who has not missed at the stripe in this game, with 2, seals the win. With 1, Pikeville's got a shot. And Jordan Williams, the junior out of Baton Rouge, the second-team all-conference performer, with a chance to ice this one. He makes it a 3-point game. The next one will win it. Larry Cordero is telling Hayward Register to get out of the lane, as well as Donovan Thomas. They do not want to commit a foul on the rebound. 3.3 to go. Ball game. Baker inbounding. They'll get up a shot at the buzzer. It's no good. LSU Alexandria to the national semifinal for the first time in program history. They win it 84-80. And the #1 team, the perfect #1 team in the nation, stays perfect. 84-80. And now LSU Alexandria gets that coveted day off and a chance in the semifinal on Monday against the Dalton State Texas Wesleyan winner in overtime. 84-80. LSU Alexandria survives a scare, and Pikeville